Why you can't stop overthinking. Have you ever felt trapped inside your own mind? Thinking and thinking and thinking until you feel completely exhausted without doing anything? You replay conversations, you imagine worst-case scenarios, you question every decision, and you analyze every little detail. But no matter how much you think, you still don't feel clear. Only heavier, more anxious, more stuck. And the strange part? It feels productive, because your mind tells you, if I think enough, I'll figure it out. But what if I told you, overthinking is not solving, it's stalling. It's your mind moving in circles, mistaking motion for progress, and slowly, your own thoughts become your prison. But here's what most people never realize. Overthinking is not the real problem. It's a symptom, a signal, a defense mechanism. And until you understand what it's protecting, you'll stay trapped inside the loop. The first hidden truth: your mind is trying to control uncertainty, and that changes everything. Your mind wants certainty. The human brain hates uncertainty, not knowing what will happen, not knowing if you'll fail, not knowing how others feel, not knowing if you're making the right choice. So your mind tries to control the future by thinking more, analyzing more, predicting more. But here's the trap. No amount of thinking can fully protect you. No amount of planning can remove all risk. Yet your brain keeps asking, what if this goes wrong? What if I regret this? What if I fail? And every what if creates another loop. That's why overthinking feels endless, because uncertainty has no finish line. But underneath all this there's something deeper. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of rejection. Fear of regret. Fear of losing control. And fear makes your mind scan for danger, trying to protect you. But protection can become paralysis. And that's where the real damage begins. Because overthinking slowly destroys your trust in yourself. Overthinking destroys self-trust. Every time you second-guess yourself, you tell your mind, I can't handle this. And your brain remembers. Over time, simple decisions feel heavy. Replying to a message, making a choice, taking a risk, speaking your truth, everything feels loaded because your trust is weak. And weak trust creates hesitation. This is why confident people don't always have better answers. They simply trust themselves more. That's the difference. Not intelligence, trust. But there's another reason your mind won't stop. Modern life has made it worse. Too much social media, too many opinions, too much comparison, too much noise. Your mind is overloaded, and a noisy mind can never become clear. That's why silence feels uncomfortable. Because your mind is addicted to stimulation, and stimulation feeds overthinking. So what breaks it? Presence. And presence changes everything. Presence breaks the loop. Overthinking lives in two places: the past and the future. Replay, prediction, regret, fear. But peace? Peace only exists in the present. Right here, right now. This breath, this moment. That's why presence is powerful. Because when you return to now, your thoughts lose fuel. Ask yourself, what is actually happening right now? Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. That question interrupts the spiral. And the more present you become, the quieter your mind gets. But here's the truth. Presence alone is not enough. Because clarity often does not come before action. Action creates clarity. And this is where most people finally break free. Because action kills overthinking every single time. Your mind is too loud. Look at your day. Phone, social media, opinions, news, messages, comparison, noise. Your brain is overloaded. And a noisy mind cannot become clear. It becomes restless. This is why silence feels uncomfortable. Because your mind is addicted to stimulation. And stimulation feeds overthinking. More input, more comparison, more confusion. The solution? Reduce the noise, less scrolling, less random advice, less mental clutter. Because peace is not found by adding more. It's found by removing what doesn't belong. But silence alone isn't enough. You need something stronger. Presence. Overthinking cannot survive presence. Overthinking lives in the future. or in the past. Replay, prediction, regret, fear. But peace? Peace lives in the present, right now. This breath, this moment, this step. That's why presence is powerful, because when you anchor yourself in now, your mind loses fuel. Ask yourself, what is actually happening right now? Not tomorrow, not next week, now. This question interrupts the loop, and the more present you become, the quieter your mind gets. But there's still one final shift: action. Action kills overthinking. Thinking about something 100 times won't move your life. Action will. Overthinking feeds on delay. The longer you wait, the louder your thoughts get. But action breaks the loop. Even imperfect action. Send the message. Start the task. Make the decision. Take the step. Because action teaches your mind something important. I can handle uncertainty. That's how courage is built. Not by waiting, by moving. And every small action weakens fear, weakens doubt, weakens overthinking. But how do you make this permanent? You build a new habit. Habits change your life. So how do you build it? Simple. Create a pattern. Every time you catch yourself overthinking, pause, breathe, notice it, name it, then ask, is this useful? Can I control this? If the answer is no, let it go. If the answer is yes, take one small action immediately. This is how you train your mind, not by fighting thoughts, but by changing your response to them. And the more you repeat this, the stronger the habit becomes. At first, it will feel unnatural. Your mind will pull you back into old loops. That's normal, because habits are built through repetition, not perfection. Think of it like training a muscle. Every time you stop the spiral, you strengthen peace. Every time you act instead of overthink, you strengthen trust. And over time, your default changes. From fear to clarity, from hesitation to action, from chaos to peace. That's how it becomes permanent. Not by eliminating thoughts, but by mastering your relationship with them. Remember this, you are not your mind. You are the one who leads it. And the life you want begins the moment you stop living in endless thought and start living in intentional action. Recap: how to overcome overthinking. Let's quickly recap everything. Overthinking is not your problem, it's a symptom. Your mind overthinks because it wants certainty in an uncertain world. It tries to protect you from failure, rejection, regret, and making the wrong decision. But instead of protecting you, it traps you. The more you overthink, the less you trust yourself. And the less you trust yourself, the harder every decision becomes. Remember this, a noisy mind creates a noisy life. Too much scrolling, too many opinions, too much comparison, all of it feeds overthinking. So create space. Slow down. Breathe. Come back to the present moment. Because overthinking lives in the past and the future. Peace lives in the present. And when your mind starts racing, ask yourself 3 simple questions. Is this thought true? Can I control it? Can I take one action right now? If you can act, act. If you can't, let it go. That's how you stop the loop. Finally, if you want this change to last, don't depend on motivation. Build a habit. Every time you catch yourself overthinking, pause, breathe, question the thought, take one small action, repeat, again and again. Over time, your brain learns a new pattern. You stop reacting with fear, you start responding with clarity, and little by little, you become someone who acts instead of overthinks. Remember this one sentence, you don't overcome overthinking by thinking more. You overcome it by trusting yourself more. So today, don't aim to control every thought. Aim to control your next action, because one small action can change your day. One repeated habit can change your life. Good luck.